Hey guys, I want to show you a good glute firing drill.
What are you doing? What's up with the band?
Well,
are we gonna show tube
you
walking?
heard of tube walking? Yeah. So there's certain types of rubber bands out there that actually specialize just so you can put it around your knees, and I'll show you how you can sort of double loop this to emulate that. But this is one technique that I do to be able to get that same kind of response. But now I'm actually using my arms to kind of keep it in place up here around my chest, so I create that tension. Okay, and I got a slight bend in the knee, and then I'm just gonna do a nice small step coming out, keeping my foot straight so I'm not trying to compensate by turning my toes out. I'm gonna keep it all in this plane. So this is the frontal plane. I'm trying to stick in that same spot, small step in, keeping that tension tight so I don't get a nice loose band with that as well.
Now explain why.
Why would someone do that?
Yeah, why? Because here, I'm glad you did this one because I see a lot of girls do this in the gym, and they're doing it because someone told them it's going to build their butt, and that's the primary reason.
Right. Like
what's the main reason? Like you utilize this?
It's not a primary exercise that I use. It's more for warm up or for training my body to respond and get the glutes to activate and contribute. So it's a connectivity issue for me. So I want to make sure that I'm getting it to fire and respond going into my workouts or going into my athletic endeavors, or if it's inactive in my squat, it's something I need to address. So this is where I kind of pull that in.
So that's the way to use this. Is you do this before you do your squat, or before you do your hip thrust, or before you do your deadlift.
Yeah, I use this to prime for some clients, especially if they have ankle pronation. So I know you can't really tell with my shoes on. But
by the way, those shoes are fly.
Thank you.
I just double looped it. You'll see Adam here first.
You'll see people that will their ankle will roll in like this. My right side does this, and then what that causes is the hip to internally rotate. So what I want to do is I want to strengthen that abduction. So I'm going to do the bands. Now when I go to do my squats, it's activated. Now it's a lot easier for me to shift out on that when I get down into my squats and get my ankles from pronating. So that's one of the ways I utilize that.
So I used these at one point because I was squatting heavy, and I started to develop some bursitis at the sides of my hips. I think you even had the same thing. And there was an imbalance there, and it had to do with my ability to abduct. And this is one of the things I would do is I do this exercise before I squatted, and it made a big difference and got rid of the bursitis.
Okay, so I just double looped it. Basically, now I'm emulating the same thing. Stepping out, small steps, and then I get that same type of response, except now I'm not kind of irradiating with my upper body contributing to that. So that's all external. Now, if I wanted to get more internal rotation, I'll bring it around the post like this, and then I'll just step my foot inside and focus completely on this movement alone coming in. So
just bring it in.
Yeah.
This is good for people who, when they squat, their knees just travel out, right? When you start to see that,
you'll see that when it's firing.
You know, it's funny. I don't know about you guys, but when I train people, I encounter sometimes I'll see one knee come in, and in the opposite, the other knee will tend to go out. I'll see them shift in one direction. So it's like you need to strengthen abduction on one side and adduction.
This is where assessing the body is really important.
No, this is something too that I can't stress how important this is for the trainers that watch the YouTube channel. A lot of your clients will have a lot of the knees going in and out stuff, and we talk a lot about how we do everything in the sagittal plane, and we start to limit ourselves. We don't ever do anything in the frontal plane anymore. So getting that woken up before you go do a big movement, like Sal mentioned the bursitis, I have that in my hips also. And if you're somebody who has felt this and weren't sure what it is, I have this really sharp pain right here in my hips.
It's like literally at the point of the
it's
side
right where
of the hip.
It's right where the IT and TFL actually cross is where it's at, where you feel it at least, and you get this little.
You can even poke. You can even press on it with your.
Oh yeah, no. Like if I'm on a table and a massage therapist is rubbing me, when he or she gets to the right there, I literally will scream. It hurts so bad and so sensitive. So this is one of the moves that I've had to do before I get in, especially when I'm heavy squatting, going through one of our phase one of any of our programs where we're working that 3 to 5 rep range and lifting heavy. This is a must before I start my workout.
Excellent.